Hello. Are we
guys.
happy this Thursday or are we here this Thursday?
You
I'm happy
started
to
with
be
that
here this
question.
Thursday.
Well, I'm happy it's Thursday, but are we happy to be here this Thursday? I'm just kidding. Happy Thursday. Happy freaking Thursday. It is Thursday night football. We are feeling good. We are alive and hopefully ready for next week. If you're new here, welcome aboard. I hope that you guys stay with us and enjoy the show. We are the Star We Are. I am Slam and Sammy.
I am Landry's legend.
And I am hoping that you are new to being a Dallas Cowboys fan in general. I'm Jimmy J's Hair, and don't worry about anything that's ever happened in Cowboys history. Welcome to being a Cowboys fan, and let's move forward.
Here we
No,
go.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, you started with a great question. Are we happy to be here? Define happy. We got a happy game plan, though. We got a happy show lined up, and I'm excited to get into it. We're going to kick things off like our sport does. Boom, boom, foot to ball, except we're going to put foot in mouth and talk a bunch of BS. Sam's going to say it all. She usually doesn't do the BS there because that's where she'll give you the news. So only facts there, right? And then we're going to take a trip down our road to 6. I don't know if this year necessarily has us paid to get to 6, but nonetheless, every season is the road to 6. Then we'll have halftime. We got to remind you to do what I'm going to ask you to do now, which is smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and fan responsibly always. Star stat of the week. Were there any? Stick around and find out who we chose that might have actually shined a little bit. Then we're going to spin the record. Currently at 1 and 2. Last week, I believe we were at 10 and 7, 10 and 7, 9 and 8 or something like that. And we're going to see where this record is spinning. I'll give you some updates. And I believe it is Landry Legend turn to run the 2-minute spiel down when we get there. So let's kick this show off.
The kickoff.
Cowboy Revolution Apparel. They got some pretty cool gear. When your Cowboys are making you want to revolt, get you some gear at Cowboy Revolution Apparel Company. They've got some, I'm telling you, extremely cool sweaters, cool hats. Their hats are actually some of the most comfortable hats. We've got some gear on the way. I don't wear them on camera just yet, but the hats are extremely comfortable, really cool. 15% off if you just use promo code TSWA. Also, when you're down, when you're drowning, when you got to get some yard work done, when you're at the office and you're like, I need this last 3 hours to really get by, I am dragging W. When you need a W, get some W, yeah. And they will give you 10% off for using promo code TSWA as well. Welcome to the Star We Are, guys.
I'm a fan of the Star We Are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to The Star We Are.
Hi, this is Jane Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on. This is The Star We Are live.
I don't know why my big mug comes up, but I'm always ready for it.
Woo! What? Oh my God. Sorry, I had a little meltdown while we were on that little break here, but we're all good now.
Okay. We always get hyped on the intro video, so when we get back, we're always in the middle of something.
Like eating a pickle or something.
So we got a good show. I'm excited. Landry, tell us what we got coming and tell us what I don't know what to do. Help.
Right.
What?
Sam's got to tell me, who's going to make it to this Green Bay game first.
Ooh, who's even going to?
Well,
we'll jump right in.
I hope I have a solidified answer for you, but according to some of the coaching staff, can't wait to tell you.
How tight is Micah's back?
Sammy says it all.
Okay.
It's just like an automatic thing.
We're going to fix it. I promise.
Flip the order of the cameras or something. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. It's okay. Bloopers always make for a funner show anyways.
There we go.
Okay. So first things first, I want to switch it up a little bit. We play the Packers next week. Or this week. Whatever. I have a couple questions for you guys. You guys know a lot. So prior to becoming head coaches for the Cowboys and the Packers, Tom Landry and Vince Lombardi were assistant coaches together for what team?
I don't know that.
Green Bay Packers?
The Giants is the only other
The
team I
Giants?
know Landry
The
was
New York
coached
Giants.
for. Okay, so
I thought it was just
I
going to be a
did not
trick
know about
question.
Vince Lombardi there.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was trying to make it fun. And then somebody else named Nick, I don't remember his last name, but he's a writer for the Cowboys. I was trying to look up trivia. He stole my idea, so I still have a couple of his questions. I hope all is well. Second question. I had to screenshot this, so I hope I saved it. True or false, the Cowboys have never beaten the Packers at AT&T Stadium.
Ooh. True or false, the Cowboys have never beaten.
The Cowboys have never beaten Green Bay in the stadium. True or false?
True.
True.
Wow,
Okay.
really?
I guess.
We never beat
True.
them?
And that the last time the Cowboys have not defeated Green Bay at home since a Thursday night victory at Texas Stadium on November 29th at 2007. Tony Romo threw for 309 yards and 4 touchdowns, including a pair to wideout Patrick Creighton. I'm so sorry, guys. I need 1
Creighton.
second.
No, go
I'm
ahead.
so
No,
sorry.
you're good. You're busy lady. So those are interesting. I didn't know that we've never beaten them at AT&T Stadium. This can't be the game, right? I would have to put out. Sam just
But
said we've never.
you did know though, because you had the last couple regular season games, the playoff game. You knew about those, and AT&T's only been open 13 years. What year did it open? We always
I guess so.
get that. Maybe it did open more like 2007, 6 or 7 is when it actually opened. Sometimes I think it opened in 2012. So it's been over 20 years. But still, how often do you play the Packers? Once every 3 or 4 years in the regular season, unless you play them in the playoffs.
Unless you make the
So
playoffs.
it may just be an 0-5 record, but it's something.
Right.
Okay. One more question now that we're back here. Sorry about that. Okay. Who was the starting quarterback for the Cowboys in their 42-31 comeback victory over Green Bay on Thanksgiving Day in 1994?
Jason Garrett.
You guys are good. Knew I could count on you. Heck yeah. He got injured in the second half. Wait. Nope, sorry. The most in franchise history in the second half, 36 points over the 2 quarters. Wow,
Nice.
you guys killed my thing. Let me get to the boring stuff now. Okay.
Yeah, all our boring.
Everybody's been asking, complaining, yelling through Twitter about Matt Eberflus. Maybe he is sick with his own flu, because what in the world is going on? We've all been wondering. This is not pretty. Defense has been quote unquote putrid, and everyone is looking at Matt Eberflus as his system has failed to produce. We look lost, clueless, like we're all rookies that have never played the game of football before, and there's 0, 0, 0 pass rush. He heard it. He responded to the criticism and might have been scared for losing his job mid-season, because Brian Schottenheimer did say whatever it takes, they're going to do. So even if that means coaching changes. So he said that they changed something significant in the play calling to simplify it for everyone. And they are using 1-word play calls now. How that is going to turn out, I don't know. I don't know if I trust this, but I am nowhere near being a defensive coordinator or a coordinator or an NFL coach or in the NFL, so I can't talk. He did say, though, that Wednesday was one of the best practices of the season. So if all of us are just a little stupid and need 1 word to know what to do, then I'll take it, because sometimes it needs to be simplified. Speaking of, our defense, is this finally the game we get Bland and a fresh face to the Cowboys to Davion Clowney? I don't know. What? I hate saying I don't know, but apparently Matt Eberflus doesn't know either. He said he can't guarantee either one would be able to play week 4. Clowney is not necessarily hurt. He's just working himself back into game shape. I feel like he should already be in game shape, but what do I know? And DaRon Bland did have a full practice today after being down for 2 games with the foot injury. CeeDee Lamb, of course, did not practice. We're thinking, from what I'm writing, it's a grade 1 high ankle sprain, meaning 1 to 2 weeks. If they do change it to a grade 2, that is a minimum of 4 to 6 weeks. Jerry Jones was asked about putting him in IR and made it seem like it's not that big of a deal. So stay strong, CD. We'll see you soon. For our Thursday participation, Tyler Booker did not practice at all. CeeDee Lamb did not practice at all. Deron Bland and Triquezy Bridges and Trayvon Diggs were all full practices today. So I pray to Lord that the Packers game is the game we get the Deron and Trayvon duo back. Whoop.
Yeah.
Back to some good Lord. On the offensive side of the ball, Fergie and Dak have been getting back into their rhythm together. You guys saw it as well as I did. He was one of his favorite targets in the last game, and it did well for him. It worked out pretty good. I did say that thank goodness they practiced this before CD was gone, because if this was the start after CD was gone, I couldn't promise such promising plays, but so far so well. They did say that Turpin Pickens are going to both step up into a bigger role, so Turpin Pickens to the rescue. No running back plays, please. To the injury report for the Packers, I tried to keep it simple because there was a lot of names on there. There was 14 players on their injury report, including Micah Parsons. He was a limited practice. I know that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but it is something to keep a lookout for. They had 3 players that did not practice, 8 limited practice players, and 3 full participants in practice. Their offensive tackle is the only confirmed out that I could see. They do have, I believe, a corner that is doubtful. I might be getting my info mixed up. Don't quote me on that. But the offensive tackle is out due to an oblique injury, so hopefully that'll come to help us. To the game for tonight, Cardinals versus Seahawks. I think that this is going to be a surprisingly good game, so I got a little injury report for this. Zay Jones, wide receiver, is out for a concussion. James Conner, wow, he is out. He is on IR. He got a bad foot injury during week 3, so he will not be back for a while. And then they have a corner out tonight, and 6 questionable. And then Seahawks also have some pretty main player injuries too. Their Josh Jones tackles out with an ankle injury. Nick Emanwari, their safety, is doubtful with an ankle injury. 3 questionable. 2 had a full practice and 1 was limited. So we'll see how that goes. And I thought I had something else here. Oh yeah. So back to my my Pickens and Turpin news picking up. So George Pickens said he's expecting more double teams and running an increased route tree with CeeDee Lamb out. And I love this from him so much because he's been such a team player, a team person, that he's not wanting to take all the credit. He said, John Machota asked if this was an opportunity to show his value. He said, I wouldn't really say value. This is a team game. I just want the whole team to win. They asked him about, how do you feel about how you played the first 3 games? He said, I feel like I've played good, but it's nothing if the team doesn't play good. I just want to get to the victory. So hopefully hearing from wide receiver now 1A, well, CeeDee Lamb is out, that they need to get together so we can win. That'll mean something to them. And that is my news for today. Woohoo!
Love it. Love it. Love it. I like, well, when you said, I don't know if I like it. I like that we simplify things, right? Because you talked about Eberflus simplifying the defense.
One word.
One word calls. Either that means we drafted a bunch of guys that are talented and just maybe should have hit the books a little more in school, and Matt Eberflus's defense is really more for the brainier guys. But whatever you got to do to figure it out, right? Because, and maybe Vach Lombardi, one of our guys, Landry's a super fan of him. I like him a lot. Landry was, telling me that Vach said we just got to ask our guys to break it down to do less, right? Ask them to do less, don't put them in worse situations. And I think that's what you just described. Right, ask them to do what they can do. Yeah, don't put them out of their comfort zone. And so maybe we will see that. Maybe this defense can simplify, because we've seen offenses lose a quarterback. We simplify our offense for who was our Cooper Rush. Yeah. We simplify our offense for Cooper Rush to come in and he wins games, right? So it can work. It can happen. Good job, Sam.
I don't know about the books thing. What's the difference in one word and how many words were they calling out? I know they don't
See,
sound
that's
like.
what I want
I
to know.
know
I
they
wonder
don't sound
if
like
he's a Sean
offensive play
Payton
calls, but
play
it's not.
caller where like Bo has like 13 words to say per huddle. Like, what if it was like that and just simplified down? So,
It's not an offensive play call, but
well,
but
you know,
still.
I just meant
But that's what
I
I'm
was
saying.
kind of
What's the
being
difference in
dramatic.
5 words and one? I don't understand. But
Maybe it's just
probably not
comprehension.
just quickness,
right.
right? We'll let it play out. Let's hope so.
With the confusion, right? Not necessarily like it's harder to remember 3 different calls, but all of a sudden, if this one word is anything close or correlates to
Yeah.
another call, and I've heard more than one, now I've mixed them up in my head. When if I only hear one, I don't even get anything crossed over because I only had one option.
I
when
know what
heard
this
it.
is,
The
right?
quicker
So
it gets
kind of-
communicated and understood, the quicker you can line up. Look, I can. We can hope
That's the
so.
main point.
I just hope we have 30 different words and not like 12, you know, because
Oh, speaking of, are we hitting the road to 6? Because I got some words I want to share.
oh,
So I think you guys will like this. I came up with some terms as I was watching the game last week. I was like, these are some terms. This is what it feels like watching our defense. Okay. These are just some things that I've come up with. You might like a few of them. One was watching our defense last week was like watching the 3 p.m. dinner crowd at Luby's trying to eat with no dentures. Watching our last week's defense was literally like watching actual firefighters fight fire with actual fire. It was watching last week's defense was like pouring ice water in a toaster expecting warm water.
oof.
It was like microwaving your remote control because you don't like touching cold things. It also reminded me of trying to imagine Bill Belichick and his girlfriend intimately. That was
Oh,
just not a
God.
pleasing thought. And have you ever seen a paraplegic try to ride a bike? It don't work, just like our defense did. And those are just some things that reminded me of our defense last week. Sorry.
I think my poor brain just got a little singed from that thought of Bill Belichick. Jimmy, dang it. Maybe this week should have been your week.
Now you know what Matt Eberflus and my defense was doing to me all game.
Okay, so I just noticed our new bad year blimp up there in the top corner with flying the "Be Better" sign.
The Be Better.
You know,
It's not
we
a
just
good year
weren't
yet.
doing good. We just weren't doing better.
That just gave me chill. I hate that.
Yeah. I wish I had that quote on deck. Anyways, 3 days to Green Bay with Chicago in the rear view. You can see over there Caleb and his fancy little claw tore us up unexpectedly. It was.
He had me doing the claw by the end of the game. I was like,
oh my gosh.
The 2 big passes, the 2 touchdowns in the first five passes by Caleb, and then the one incompletion of those 5 was a wide open person, and that was the first play of the game, and it was worrisome right off the bat. I'm thinking because I just knew you can't duplicate, not in the NFL, you can't duplicate something nearly historically bad. Meanwhile, we're sitting over here, and Russell Wilson is benched now after 450 yards against us, and Caleb did.
I cannot believe that.
Pass
That's
defense is
sad.
disgusting. What else?
I
What else can you say other than the pass defense was disgusting? Dak Prescott, without the defense heaping stuff on his shoulders, has continued to throw, darts and make good decisions. Javonte
the
Williams
formula
ran for 7.9 yards a carry, which is good. He only got the ball 10 times.
it is good.
On
Right.
the ground.
Who did?
So, but Javonte.
Oh yeah, okay. I was gonna say that first play of his made me that fumble right off the beginning was a key to how the game was gonna go.
That's a good point. He also did fumble on the biggest of the carries that he had.
But so I know it's not relative to this, but Derrick Henry has fumbled on all 3 of his games this season. One fumble each game.
And in the fourth quarter with leads, that's a little different than a
and they're
45-yard breakaway on the first
possession. And they're 1-2, and you didn't expect it. So
right.
No, and I'm not saying Derrick Henry's bad by any means, but even the best players have a bad time, right? Sometimes.
Which is a great game this week. Ravens, Chiefs, both at 1-2, trying to get to 500. That's somebody going to 1-3. Yeah.
This game was won by a toe by the Chiefs last season, so let's see what happens because Isaiah stepped out of bounds during that touchdown.
That was a season opener last year. That was great. But
awesome.
Like you said, a 7.9 for Javonte. So the offense in general, other than you have some your biggest injuries, cropped up in this game. Still, I have confidence in the offense so forth, and they going forward, and they put forward not as many points, I guess. What happened in the second half that stalled them out from scoring any points?
Well, CD going down immediately
big.
makes your offense differently, like
That was a
dimensional.
mood killer too.
It was everything. You get to all of a sudden double George. It takes away, which is why you end up seeing Ferguson with so many targets, right? Not that he wasn't balling. It was just they basically said no Javonte, no George Pickens. You don't have CD. We'll just funnel everything to Jake Ferguson, and a bunch of Jake Ferguson catches ain't going to be enough to score on us.
They knew
and
what
that's
was
what it
coming.
was.
He
I mean,
hardly got to push through anybody and gain yards. He
Yeah.
got to catch it, but we need some run plays by him.
Yeah. And
Right.
even
No,
if we
'cause
have, we come up short, giving up points on. Feels like every drive, never turning the ball
Right.
over. Sam already alluded. She hit a lot of it in the news. She said a mouthful in just a few sentences there. With
another game though where the defense only gives up 7 for the entire second half, just like against Philly, we only gave up 3 or whatever it was the whole second half, but we scored 0. Something about the offense is stalling in the second half, which we're all sitting here praising the offense, but there might be a little more. And I don't know if it's just the defense gets to read us because now we're kind of confined to doing one thing. It wasn't that way against Philly, but I've got to really look into what's the problem of this offense stalling late in games, because you can't stop scoring in the third and fourth quarter and win a bunch either. So
how do you beat Green Bay?
How do you beat Green Bay? Sam's got all the answers.
I was gonna say living on a prayer, but
there you.
I don't have that soundbite either.
Okay, but I do want to say one thing now. I know it's unlikely just based off the way the season started, but maybe, just maybe, the bad news bears might have been our Cardinals last year. Like maybe that was our horrible game for the year, and we get it.
I can't put anything on it because it was 2 in a row now. So now I have to believe that that's what we are on as far as past defense goes.
Well, we had to fight to the finish, but at least we got the win. And I don't count the Eagles game. I know it's a loss, but man, we were there. We had the skill, we had the talent, we had the defense, the offense. Besides,
I've been convinced now by Jimmy at this point that the only reason it didn't look like Russell Wilson or Caleb Williams is Jalen Hurts, being the worst passer of the ball of all 3 of those players I named. I don't even think that's wrong to say.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. So otherwise, again, the idea of what Botch calls the cartel footage. If we could see the 53-man, the overhead footage right now, the 22-man footage, you would maybe you would find out that they were running free in that game too. Because you find it hard to imagine we were covering Devontae Smith and AJ Brown like that, and we haven't covered.
Well, on the plus side,
we did
Jayden Reed broke his collarbone, so he's out. One of their best receivers, so that does cut him down a really good man. So, what?
On the plus side.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it. That sounds so bad, but that means we only have one important person to target instead of 2.
Same for them, though.
Hey,
Jordan Love in car accident on the way to the.
I know.
Come on, Sam.
Sorry, that was impulsive. I shouldn't have said it.
We fan responsibly. We're allowed to slip up every now and then.
Oops.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Micah's after a hit that hurts. You know what I mean? Yeah, I've heard various quotes from him. That's rough.
Yeah, he said it's gonna hurt tackling Dak, and we're just not gonna let that happen.
Yeah, what is it?
Jimmy, we want
our fans want a tribute video, and you're up in arms about that.
Yeah, why would a tribute for?
I don't. That's ugh. I don't even want to do that.
I'm gonna tell you, I didn't get the Luka tribute. He was only there for a handful of years. You didn't win nothing while you were there. The guy's still got.
It's a great player who started his career.
But there was so much drama with Micah. Like Luka was a star student for the Mavericks. Everything I read.
Right.
True. And like the Luka was unexpected in the middle of the night. There was a huge contract dispute with Micah Parsons. It was like almost something that was
publicity
possibility. Yeah.
Right.
So, tribute for I don't know what. If he had won us a NFC Championship game or something in his 4 years or something, maybe. But Landry and I were talking about with that maybe being a problem in our locker room, the softy stuff. That's my friends, my buddies, and no. This is football. Friends and buddy stuff is for after work. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I don't know.
Maybe we need that George Pickens fire on the sideline again. Him throwing his helmet was like Dez, like that fire. Oh, anyways, let's continue before I keep getting rambling on.
So Chad has
dropped a big
go
play,
ahead.
Right? Yeah, go ahead. I'll bring the chat
he
up
did,
for you.
over the interception. No, you got it. Popped up. the interception right out of his hands. Yeah. No, we got Aaron Love's podcast or wrestling podcast stopping by saying, how about them Cowboys? Cowboys fan is in here. He said he absolutely loved the news, said you were killing it. He loves that. News is on fire. Thank you for that. Red Beard said nice business deals live on the show. Sammy with the phone calls and stuff, killing it.
Sorry.
Basically going through every game with low bar energy now. Well, Cowboys fan 92 W. Use promo code TSWA. W will hook you up with some good energy for the games. And we got Packers Sunday, then it's Jets. We better not lose to the Jets. If we lose to the Packers and the Jets, people will start screaming tank because we will be like 1-4, 1-5, or something like that. It'll be
and Matt Eberflus will be fired.
Yes.
If we're 1-5, three more weeks, I would say so.
Right.
So, okay, I don't want to bring it up again, but I'm going to bring it up last season again. So we played Justin Fields and Russell Wilson in the same game and won that Steelers game. Jets don't have nothing comparable to that Steelers offense. Yes. Did I get that right? Anyways, I think it's possible, but don't let me get my hopes up.
Well, let me just say that Giants offense with Russell Wilson had nothing compared to that Giants offense in the first and third game. They only look like that against us. So while the Jets might look like one thing against everybody else, Sam, I do not feel confident. My defense has to show me.
And that's
now.
what I mean by the.
I'm scared. Every game, I'm scared.
I'm trying to be positive here.
You're giving me some things to think about, some reasons that why it can change. Because I've been after the Bears game, I've been sitting back. Like, I want answers. I literally wish I could just talk to Matt Eberflus and explain to me on an NFL level how this is possible. I understand how you can miss a play. I understand you have Trey Diggs go up there and try to jam and he slips, and that's an instant touchdown, especially if a quarterback's looking that way and sees that you fell down. I understand how those things happen, but the totality of one thing after another, being too aggressive, uncoordinated, someone's playing the wrong coverage, back to back to back. I don't understand how you get to this point this early in the season, like after a training camp. Like, my other question was, is it just not simulatable in practice? Was our offense torching the defense in practice? Like, did you hear that throughout training camp that we can't cover anybody? I remember hearing that Kyrie Elam was having a great camp.
Stuff, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What happened?
We heard more about the DBs and interceptions, I believe.
More about the what?
We heard more about the DBs and interceptions at camp, rather than us just bombing it out on our defense, right? No, I'm with you. It's officially code red for the rest of the season. I'm going to stay with the mic on red for the rest of the show. And you make a good point, Landry. And Sam says we're now into the one word offense. So this is absolutely no excuse week, because you've simplified the defense to one word calls. So no more confusion. If you got players out there getting confused, fire them, because this ain't good enough. This is the NFL. This is not, we're all learning at the college level type thing. If you can't get one word plays down and execute them on defense, you're gone. So this is no more excuses now. And if we just see our defense play good defense, but they just lose the game, that's fine. If we see the same thing after we simplified it to one word calls and we've got it all figured out and everything's good and it looks the exact same, it's officially fire people time. Like, I know it's only 4 weeks, but you can't Matt Eberflus can't say everything that Sam just told us in that news segment that he said and then go look the exact same. That means the players ain't buying it. No one cares to listen to you, or you just ain't got it anymore as the coach, like something. So
the Bears ruined him. They ruined everybody.
Maybe
they gave him a flu. What is our score prediction?
The Cleveland Browns got through the Green Bay Packers last week, but via a much better defense than ours and blocking a field goal and doing a bunch of things that we impacted the game.
Well, one solace to that, Landry, and that's a good point. The Bears did get him, and the way they did get him, eliminate Josh Jacobs. Stop the run and force Jordan Love with no play action to just try to air it out on you. And like Sam said, they got a target down. I know that sounds scary to let Jordan Love air it out on you, but force him to, because he's not the best at it, right? Play action really works for him. They are down a receiver, and if Matt Eberflus fixed these things, then just force him to beat you with it, right? And if Jordan Love can go out there and out air Dak Prescott in AT&T Stadium, then so be it. But I think we can run the ball down their throat. They don't have a great run defense in Green Bay. Their numbers are toward the bottom. They're like 24th or something against the run, I believe.
And we have a pusher.
And we've got a we've got a run game. We do, I believe, 4th best in the league, in my opinion.
Damn it, I
So,
wish I had that paper. Oh, dang it. Sorry. Swoop.
so these are all the things I expect to happen this week.
Looks like a blank piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No expectations going into this week. But I'll give you
I
my
expect
score.
George Pickens to score a touchdown.
That sounds like a good bet.
Can y'all see that?
Okay.
27-17.
Yeah, but we don't win.
Yeah, that was a 17 on the home side, huh? 27-17. That's a good prediction. Yeah. I guess you'd be being delusional to pick us to win. So I'm not going to do that and then hope that hope that I'm wrong, I guess, because it wouldn't be right.
Sam's eyes.
It wouldn't be right. Gosh. I can't imagine a team scoring less than 30, especially not a good one that can get rolling. Somewhere similar to the Bears, 31-20. 31-20.
Jeez. All right. Well, you guys were the realistic ones. It's time for me to be delusional because I was going to be delusional anyway. I am probably going to have every score prediction of us winning, just so we're clear, because we need some positivity.
I usually do, but
yeah, so I'm going to say that Matt Eberflus' plan works. I'm going to say that Pickens takes his responsibility up a level, knows what he's expected to do, takes all that anger out, and he does it. I hope that Turpin is back. I hope Deron is black, and Deron is back. Jesus
He is.
Lord, I cannot
Deron
talk.
Bland is definitely black.
Yeah, yeah. I'm going to say 2024.
That was last year.
No, I'm saying this year.
Oh, the score. No, I'm just.
The score is 2024. Us.
2024. Okay. Listen, I like if we could limit that offense. Well, I believe our offense can sneak out 24 points. Green Bay just held them to 10. Sam, you got me hyped. Somebody's got to tell us how we're going to win and why we're going to win. And I just bought it.
Good.
I bought it. Let's blow that whistle. Let's get to halftime. Let's remind the folks that are watching. First off, thank you guys for sharing your comments, for hanging out with the Star We Are, for blessing us with your time. It's the most, your time is extremely valuable. And so if you've ever spent it with us, we thank you. The freest thing you can do today is the most valuable thing you can do for us. That's hitting that like button right now. Pop, pop, hit that like button one time. Smash that subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on the notification. Go ahead and share out the live to some friends. Get them watching because they don't know what they're missing. This Cowboys fandom is real. Sam killing the news. Landry with the intellect. Jimmy all over the place. So, you just have to watch to find out. And fan responsibly. That's all we ask. There's your halftime report.
That was beautiful.
Star stats of with the applause and everything. I love it. Star stats of the week. That is, I believe. Okay, first off, who's chat real quick. Get with us. She gave it away. Never. I was going to tell everybody
you can still ask. I just love George Pickens.
So this was Sammy's pick. Sam, go ahead.
Well, I feel like this game was ugly and every other game has been ugly, but I feel like minus the penalties, George Pickens has held up on his end. If he wouldn't have gotten those DPIs, he probably would have caught those passes. Maybe not all of them, but he would have caught more. He has held up on his end of the deal. And when there was no fire, he was the spark. He got that touchdown. 5 receptions for 68 yards for how bad we were doing, I feel like is not a bad number for the game we played, So obviously everybody knows I'm obsessed with this guy. I love him. I hope he stays a Cowboy for the rest of his career, but I have to give credit where credit is due. When we had a bad game, he was the one I was excited to see. That one-handed catch is now my header photo.
Really nice.
That was bomb, man.
I need to wait on that. I think I called that last week. You were talking about waiting on one. I was like, there's coming. There's too many of them. He's going to reach out and snag one for you. But
I got the perfect one.
No, he was played well in the number 2 role so far. He's he clearly looks like a guy who, like you were just saying, who could come out and have 10 for 150 for you this week and help you win the game without CeeDee Lamb. So that's great. That's great news. He had a big drop that everyone's aware of, and there was slim pickings for star stat of the week this week. So that's probably the reason.
Slim pickings.
Yeah, he barely. I wasn't even trying that one.
You did not mean to do that, or did you?
I didn't at all.
That was beautiful. That was awesome.
We're accidentally this good, guys. Okay.
That's how you know.
No, I like it because listen, like I said, we did see a path to success with George Pickens eating double teams with CeeDee out, and our running game being there, that Jake Ferguson ate. He did, and I'm sure we're going to talk about that here. He's got to be somebody's star, because the guy had some numbers. But you're right. Pickens caught the lone touchdown. He did have the one drop that ended up in the interception. If it doesn't end up in an interception, we probably don't even kill him for it.
It
was a drop.
That
Listen, all the pressure was on him. He's thinking, I've got to try to save the game for everybody.
It's going to be a big play if he does. It's more than just the interception. It's going to be a big play that way. But
it was, and same thing with Javante's interception. I mean, with fumble, it's just ball security is job security, like my guy Brandon Marshall used to say. And
we'll take,
people lose the football, you lose your job. Go ahead.
We'll take a guessing game out because Sam gave hers away. So mine's Jake, and like I said, from my Slim Pickens comment, this is where I was leading to that. I mean, this is 13 reception on 14 targets is about all I need to say.
That's a lot of catches.
Yeah.
7 first downs. I'm just now seeing that one. I didn't put this graphic.
That's production. I was doing
that
his job.
When we had nothing, that's definitely something.
It was.
And again, it was just back to last year. It was CD out, but we replaced it with an alpha receiver, and we went to the number 1 receiver, eat double teams, go to the tight end thing. However, it didn't quite pan out this way last year, right? Jake had a little bit of a down year. I guess that's more circa 2023.
Yeah.
Oh well, he's getting a ring this year, hopefully too.
I think he can get a ring with this team. I think with what Jerry did with the Green Bay move and the Micah move, if we play our cards right, we can find ourselves in a Super Bowl. Maybe not this year, but in the next year or two, especially if those first round picks pan out. But no, Jake Ferguson, like I said, a lot of it, maybe it had to do with the double team on George with Lamb going out. Maybe it had to do with the fact that people know we can run the ball. But 13 catches is hard nonetheless. 7 first downs. He was the only person moving the ball for us. And 82 yards is just because it was nothing big, right? Moving the chains, being productive, being successful. Now, I don't know if that, like I said, if Green Bay used that as a formula, or if Chicago used that as a formula to let them feed Jake because they'll stay limited. I don't think so, because you got to remember too, Turpin ended up getting a little bit nicked up, only ended up with 2 catches that game. One of them was huge. So if he stays on the field all game, Pickens out there, Ferguson ready to catch a dozen balls any game looking like, and we can we ran the ball the 10 times before we get on to the next stat. Sorry, I don't mean to linger, but he only got 10 carries. And I feel like we're the type of team that even though we were down and the defensive coordinator is going, man, we just keep getting scored against, you still keep running the ball in my eyes. Anyway, I feel like we're the type of team that can run themselves back into
another
a game.
segment.
Another segment, that's right. But speaking of running the ball, my star this week, I couldn't hardly find one. I'm telling you, I wanted to call out the defense for only 31 tackles, which is historically low for us and a really bad number in general. The average is 47 tackles in an NFL game for a defense. We had 31. Nobody was getting tackled because everybody was running into the end zone. But I did find one star, and his name is Tyler Smith. He doesn't have any sacks allowed this season. He's only allowed 3 pressures, and he's second in the league with impact blocks, with 13 impact blocks.
I'm so glad we signed him immediately.
Yeah,
that's right. Got him done early, signed, and you're right, Sam. Thrilled about that. Him and Deron Bland both got their money. Good deal. This guy's been, I mean, honestly, you can pick him every single week. He's a Pro Bowler. His play is on track to be an All-Pro. Seriously. So you could make him the star every week. And if my team continues to perform like this, he just might be. But there's your star stats of the week. Y'all let us know in the chat if you saw anybody maybe on some film or somebody doing something good that we didn't see and the rest of the country didn't see, because I didn't see much of it. Now, Sam, what was your record last week?
10-7.
Andrew, you were also 10-7, right?
I stayed at 10-7.
Stayed at 10-7. I was at 9-8. And guys, I know we are about to hear some brand new music when we spin this record this week.
Spin the record.
Right now, my record playing is playing just the slowest, longest, just
what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to remember this last week's hype music. Go ahead, Sam.
Go ahead, Sam. You're good.
Go ahead.
All right,
we'll dance it out for you. Yeah, that's how we're supposed to feel.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to get us a sample of something melodramatic, because this week is a shame.
That's the
It's a
scratch.
shame.
It's all three gonna be scratches this week, right?
No, I think we're gonna win 12 games.
Okay.
No, I'll go first. I mean, I guess I'll take it. I, because I went last week. I moved us to 9-8. I still had us over 500. I'm gonna, like I said, there's a sad song on the record player this week. I'd be lying if I said I had to move us to anything less than 500. So I won't kill us. But since you can't go 8-8 anymore, right? You can't go 500 in today's NFL. There's 17 games now. Maybe if they move it to the 18 they want, you'll be able to go back to 500. But for now, I'm just going to flip us on that seesaw, just over 500 to just under 500. I got to drop us another game because we dropped another game, and I should drop us 2 because the way we looked. I want to be gracious and only drop us 1. I'll go 8-9. That's the best I can give this team right now is 8-9.
Well, the best I could have hoped out of you.
Yeah, because I wanted to drop them 3 or 4 games.
Because by the time we get to the show here on Thursday, we've all had discussions together, and so I know how you really been feeling. I'm kind of a little surprised on 8-9.
I know how you really feel.
Yeah.
I know I wanted to go 7-10, but I'm not going to kill him. Matt Eberflus can show me something this week. I'm gonna give him 1 more week. We talked about all this simplifying stuff, and it's going to change. And got Diggs and Duran going to be on the field together. Clowney coming back. I'm trying to hold on and be fair.
Well, it's the only thing we can do right now, and that's why Cowboys fans are the best, because we hold on until there's nothing to hold on to.
Well,
And that's
people would call us the worst for that, but I agree with you.
You gotta have heart or you're not a fan. Anyways, let me not get on that. I'm just gonna go real quick because I probably have to be right back real quick.
Yep.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna take the exact same thing you had. I had that plan before the show even started. I had us at 10-7, so technically mine is a 2-game change. I have us at 8-9. I feel like
mad at you.
At this point, 9-8's even risky business. So 8-9 is me being positive.
Okay.
That's fair. No, that's 100%.
I will be right back, guys. I'm so sorry.
I'm going to I was thinking during all that commentary that I'm going to stay right at the 10-7 because of what I said last week about winning some games. I think we can also win some games that you wouldn't expect us to win. It'd be nice to get it back this week against Green Bay. I don't know if that'll happen, but I'm still going to hold out faith in starting another season injured with a new coach, and the fact that not only can there be some progression and not only can it not continue well. I can't say it can't continue to look like that because it did last week. But
I think what you meant to say is it better not continue to look like that.
Well, no, it can't, right? Because like I said, 3 more weeks at most, and Eberflus is fired. So
people are getting fired for sure.
And then you can't tell me that someone else literally won't walk in the door and just run their scheme and it not be as bad because it can't be any worse. But
right, you can't get worse if you're just getting blown out.
I'm gonna hang right there.
40.
I'm gonna hang right there at 10-7 for now until I believe that, like I said, we're gonna get healthier. Demo make a difference. Some of this stuff is a little ways away, but it's gonna hinge on, like you said, we're gonna have to be beating the likes of the Jets and Carolina within the next 2 or 3 weeks. I could easily be right under 500 with the rest of y'all.
Right? No
doubt. Give me some corners. Come on, Savone. Come on. Josh Butler. I can't believe I'm begging for Josh Butler to be in the slot. Like anything.
Demo being back, is going to stop the quarterbacks running on us on third downs and stuff like that, breaking out of the pocket with his makeup speed. So yeah, injury is gonna help. We've got Kyle Robinson saying he threw us an extra L in there. He said we're gonna go 1-17 and just lose them all.
Once we win the Packers,
no more
on a good
W's
day,
in the book.
70 to 80%, we're winning.
On a good day, we ain't even 100% guaranteed to win. That's bad. If our defense isn't terrible or is terrible. Yeah, no, Cowboys fan is loving the show. Cowboys fan, we love you. We love you being here and being a part of it. Glad you're enjoying it. Kyle said he's glad he did not get to watch the game Sunday. Yeah, well, I usually like to watch Cowboys games, but you got a point. That wasn't the most fun game to watch. Like I said, Landry and I saw it early. As soon as Caleb was just like throwing to open people, as soon as the game started, we were like, dude.
It does become tough to watch when you feel like you're watching the inevitable. That's why please change something at AT&T Stadium this week against the Green Bay Packers with the tailgate and everything going on.
It's like watching the Titanic and just thinking, I know Jack's gonna make it this time. I know he is.
That door was big enough, man. That door was big enough.
Updates.
All right. Updates.
Yeah. So, Cowboy Cave tailgate. Sam, what's the word?
Should be going.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
I'm
So that's
freaking
good
so
news to
stoked.
us. We get to see our teammate again. We don't get if just in case y'all didn't know, we live in different states. Landry and I are in one place. Sam's in a whole nother far place. So we don't get to see our teammate that often. So that'll be cool. Cowboy Cave tailgate this Sunday. Man,
Be there or be square.
it's the best time. If you're anywhere in Texas, go to AT&T Stadium. Even if you ain't trying to spend a ticket, all you got to do is walk up to lot. What is it? 11? Lot 10. What lot
right?
is it?
It's
10.
That
Lot
was
10.
10, yeah.
It is 10.
Yeah. Right there by the big Landry sign. Can't miss it. You can't miss Mike Tag and Kelly K9. You can't miss Papa and Mama BB, the BB boys hanging out there. You can't miss Fred Jones. You can't miss all the content creators. J Tuck, your guy Nix is going to be there this year. It's going to be the most epic thing. The Star We Are is bringing shotties. We're going to be bringing the
Y'all
shotties.
are not going to want to see me get turned before the game.
3 lemons specifically.
Jones always cooking some really good food. It won tailgate of the week last year. It was there. You know, they'd only do it once a season annually. And when it's there, it's the biggest, baddest tailgate. Rowdy showed up, the whole thing. You got people from Germany, all over the world flying out to be literally at that tailgate, even if not just the game itself, right? So that's one of the biggest updates. Also, we've got Papa BB. Speaking of Papa BB, we got him coming on the show here in just a few weeks, here in 2 or 3 weeks. Hopefully, right around the time we're getting his kiddo
right
back on the field. That would be cool. Yeah, be really nice to get him. And no shade on Brock. Brock played pretty well last game, even though we didn't as a whole.
Been getting scrappy too.
He is scrappy.
He's been
guy.
that.
Yeah,
he's been that.
So love that. So yeah, so that's the update, guys. Cowboys Cave. We've got a jersey raffle coming up. I believe we're going to try to do it around the bye week. We got to make ourselves out there to Dallas and meet up with Mr. Irvin. But we're going to try to get that done around the bye week. Wednesday mornings, AM Mayhem. Jimmy is rocking it. We're 3 weeks in now. Every Wednesday morning is a cool show where you can catch out my top 5. I throw jabs at people. I show off my jewels. Not like that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the updates. And
I just want you guys to know that kids are great real quick.
Yeah, I'm thinking Everett's telling jokes over there.
I mean, a can of mixed nuts, right? Everett loves cashews. He walks in, he goes, "Can I have the beans, please?"
The beans.
It's the little things.
Cut the edit.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
No, off the show. After the 2 minutes spill, we'll do that.
More beans.
That was so cute.
All right,
oh my gosh.
Anyway. I'll start my own.
You
2
got
minutes
it?
if you're good to go. If you're done, I'll start.
Yeah, no, run it. I'm
2
ready
minutes.
for you. You're on the clock, buddy.
Now.
2 minutes starting now. If I get myself on here, hold on.
Not me.
Timer. I gotta have a timer. There we go. We got a timer.
Well, he's cheating, Sam.
No. So,
He gave himself a 2-second runoff. Anyway, go.
2 seconds.
I'm still in 2 more seconds.
Y'all taking up my 2 minutes. No, nice and easy. We'll take it nice and slow this week because there's nothing to rush into with this Dallas Cowboys season so far. We, kick it off, and you've seen it twice already. emBEARassing Cowboys Revolution. The promo codes are in the link and at the beginning of the show. When at the end of the 2 minute spill, you rewind and you check that out. You'll see them again. Road to 6 after Sam's news and some tough injury updates, and maybe some good news on CeeDee Lamb on the grade 1. 1 to 2 weeks. That sounds exciting. On to the road to 6, which is not totally derailed, but probably from the road to 6 this year. But still, that's just some fun wordplay. We're really working on getting this fly off. Wouldn't that be excellent? Y'all see this?
I lost your hearing. I lost my hearing of you.
What do we see?
Oh, that's probably because I slid back there because the fly was trying to get at me. That's why I say y'all didn't see. But anyways, good halftime, everybody. Like, subscribe. The Star We Are. We tell you all the time. Pay attention. Afterwards, star stat of the week was a tough one. We needed some star effort from more of our mainstream stars. So we spread it around this week with Jake Ferguson, and it's funny. I forgot. I want to throw this in there. We were gonna go ahead, George Pickens and everybody's stars, but we were gonna We almost hit the defense on a negative one. We didn't. That wasn't mentioned at the time. I was going to get that in there. And spinning the record, I'm the one probably putting the biggest spin on it by staying at 10 wins still until I see one more devastating defensive performance. Both my cohorts dropped, and they have us under 500 at 8-9 for the season. Updates to StarWeAre. The Cowboys will be there at the Cowboys Cave tailgate on Sunday, and maybe the Cowboys can pull one out for us. With everybody in attendance.
Miracles do happen.
Did you make it?
Well, I mean,
look at that.
Considering we cheated him like 12 seconds, he did pretty good.
I was over my 5 to 12 where y'all cheated me.
Well.
Yeah, no doubt. My tribute for what?
Let's go beat the hell out of this Packers, guys.
Let's go.
I think we could do it. I don't think we can do it, but Sam thinks we can do it, and that's good enough for me.
Gotta have heart, guys. Got a big one.
Got a big one. Well, Sam, use that big old heart. We know you got it. We know you have one. We know you're full of love, and we love you back. But now use that big old voice and remind everybody to do before we get up out of here and go watch some Thursday night foosball.
Don't do what I did at the beginning of the show and fan irresponsibly. Fan responsibly.
Bye, guys.
I'm a fan of the Star. The Star we are.
What's up, everybody? I'm Super Cowboy.
And I'm Princess Angie, and you are tuned in to The Star We Are.
Hi, this is Jane Slater, and you are listening to The Star We Are.
Plugged in and switched on. This is the